Hello, everyone. How are you today? Good morning, my people. How are you doing? Are you feeling my vibe? Okay, so let me get on Instagram, people, and get them on my Instagram family. Okay, so we're live on all platforms. Good evening, good afternoon. Sorry, afternoon, everyone, wherever you're joining me from. My name is Praiseful, and this is PFthinks. You know how we do it here. It's about 15 minutes thereabout. It's the same show that we used to hear at 3 a.m. every day. Well, we have moved it now to 1 p.m. every day. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for your lovely messages yesterday and some of the things we shared. I'm glad that you guys are finding it very useful. Right, and I want to believe that you're keeping safe wherever you are. Please try and as much as possible to stay safe. Use your nose masks. Mine is somewhere around here, and make sure that you sanitize properly. Yesterday we started looking at threesome. Okay, you remember when I first mentioned threesome? I'm sure some people must have felt, hey, is Press going into our bedroom? No, I was talking about the 3 power keys to unlocking unlimited wealth. And is a 3 key powers that exist globally. The most important keys to unleashing your life, unlocking your future, achieving any success level of success you want to achieve if you know how to master it. So yesterday I spent time talking about the power key of ask. And I remember I said, life only gives you your demand, not your desires, which means only those who ask are qualified to receive. And I asked you a number of questions. And remember, I ended yesterday by saying that the quality of questions you ask determine the quality of answers you get. And the more prospects you ask, the more your chances of getting your increase. In the research that was done, they discovered that many of the top salespeople, they make the highest of calls at exactly the same time every day between, I think, the hours of 10 and 2 thereabout. And that's how they're able to close their sale. They have mastered the power of asking. If you are not asking, don't think you're going to receive, because those who don't ask don't receive anything. Okay? Blessed are the people who have no expectation, for they shall not be disappointed. So today, in threesome, we go to the power key of seek. Now, like you see, if you mention seek, it talks about searching desperately for something. It's something you need to understand, because a lot of us, we just quote it for those of us who are Christians, because this is found in the Bible. You know, an hybrid of it is found in all the holy books, right? So when we talk about seek, what that means is you can never find what you are not intentionally looking for. And that's why only those who seek, desperately seek, and desperately search are qualified to find. Never leave anything to your chance in your quest for solutions, right? If I ask you right now, as you're listening to me, how many trees how many trees exist from your house to your place of worship or to your workplace? How many? Can you tell me? The answer is no. You're not likely going to tell me why, because you have never paid attention to it. And as you are going home today, you pay attention to the number of trees from your workplace to your house, because you can never find what you are not intentionally looking out for. Many of us, we claim we are seeking things, but we are not intentionally searching for it. We just throw it to the wind. Whether it happens, whether it doesn't happen, we don't mind. If you mention your search, for example, if you go on search engine and you say, you know, marketing companies around the world, or marketing companies, all kinds of companies will show up. If you restrict your search to marketing companies in Nigeria, names will show up. If you further drill it down to marketing companies in Lagos, right, the numbers will reduce. Marketing companies in Victoria Island, it will further reduce, right? That's how life works. That whatever you are seeking is what you find. The problem with many of us when it comes to seeking is we can't even recognize our answers in a disguised format. The question is, can you recognize disguised answers? So someone is seeking to meet a billionaire, right? Is praying, is wishing, is visualizing. The person is doing meditation. He wants to meet a billionaire. Then a guy shows up, You know, the guy is a Muslim, Christian, who wants a billionaire. Then the guy shows up like a sheikh, right? He's holding the Quran, he's holding the Tasbih, right? And you realize that because of what he's been told, that shape, that figure is a turn off for him. The next thing he tries to do is, oh, this is a sinner, I need to win his soul. Meanwhile, this guy is seeking a billionaire. That was a billionaire disguised as a sheikh in front of him, but the capacity to recognize the answer has been taken away from him by his bias or his subjective worldview. How many things have passed you by that you were looking for, but you couldn't recognize when it shows up? Many people pray, but they can't recognize answers to their prayers, because when the prayer shows up, it shows up in a format they can't recognize, so they can't find answers. I'll give you an example. There was something I needed to change about the way my business runs this year. And I spoke to, my business manager about it, and we're talking about it. And I said, I want to change this. I want to crack this problem, right? And we kept talking about it. Then she came over and talked to me about a movie. Now, honestly, if you watch that movie, you will see people have sex almost all the time in the movie. It was almost lewd. But guess what? By seeing that movie, I wrote out 32 points, 32 principles, and that was the exact answer to what I was looking for, right? Why was I able to? Meanwhile, someone would have watched the movie, enjoyed the sex bit. Another person would have closed it down and say, what kind of nonsense is this, right? Because answers can come anywhere and everywhere. I was searching for it. I'd activated my mind to look for it, and I could find what I was looking for, right? And so many times we fail the laws of utilization, which means you can utilize anything and everything that comes your way. So here are the questions you need to answer. 1, what are you seeking for this week? Or what are you seeking for this year? What exactly do you desperately need? What answers are you looking to answer? What question are you looking to answer? What is it? You need to identify. This is what I'm looking for. There was something I wanted to do, a new business I wanted to bring into Nigeria this year, right? But I'd never seen it anywhere. I've not even seen it in the US. I was thinking about it. Then I was in a group and someone mentioned it. I could pick it. Why? Because my sense of anticipation had been heightened. I could literally pick it, right? So what are you seeking for this week, this day, or this year? That's question number 1. You need to answer it. Number 2, you seeking for it, and how desperate are you to get it? Because if you're desperate to get it, then it will require a desperate measure. The way you will search is different from someone who is just, is one of the options. When I recruit marketers, right, I always love to recruit people who have no other option, because when people have options, they cannot be faithful to what you want them to sell, right? Because they have options. Someone fits them, they have a job, so whether the extra cash comes, it doesn't come, they are not bothered. But someone else, his life depends on that cash, right? So many years ago, my first company, I remember I recruited marketers. So when people come to me to say, we want to work with you, I only ask one simple question. Do you want to earn a commission? Do you want to be rich, or you want to earn salary? Those are the 2 questions I ask. Many people settle for salary. There was a young lady who came. She just finished from Covenant University. She said, Praise, I wanted to be rich. So I gave her 50% commission on whatever she had to sell, right? This lady went out one day and she sold 18 products, right? And she had done the salary of some people for like 3 months, right? Now, after a while, she's working for 8 months or 9 months thereabout, and she came to say to me that Praise, that she was leaving. I said, what happened? She said she had just gained admission to a university in Malaysia for a master's, and that she had saved enough money from what she was selling for me to travel. Guess what? Others were still there, right? So why are you seeking for what you're seeking for, and how desperate are you to get it? Number 3, what will happen if you find it? And how will that change your life and your loved ones? The feeling is the secret, right? I've mentioned that before. You need to feel it. Feel that, okay, if this happens to me, what will happen? What will I feel? Will my child be able to attend Harvard? How lovely will they feel? How happy would my family feel? Would I be able to take them for a vacation? Would I be able to pay other people's school fees? Wipe away tears, from the faces of widows or motherless, or what exactly? If you find what you are looking for, you need to make that real to you. You must feel it, and it must make a lot of sense to your unconscious mind, because once it's real to you, you will go all out to look for it. Number 4, What activities are you engaged in? And how much time do you spend researching about it? So people say to me, someone says that if I check your library, I can tell you where your passion is. So someone says, I am passionate about family life, right? But everything in his library is about demons. It's deceiving himself, because your resources will go in the direction of what you're passionate about, right? So what are the activities you are engaged in, and how much time do you spend researching? If you see the things I do with my life, I created a psychometry last year. I had completely forgotten because I'd used it. And one of my mentees called me this morning and said, PF, that's your psychometry. And I was wondering, what was he talking about, right? And he said to me, this was the way it was saved that time. I went on, I searched, and I found it again, right? So you need to understand, if you're around me, you realize that I'm always researching, including things that is none of my business. 15 years ago, I was creating solutions for Nigeria. What solution can I do nationwide? What solutions can I do statewide? What solution can I do African-wide? Right? I didn't look like this, but I was creating those solutions. Guess what? Many of those things are the things I'm doing right now. So what are you seeking for? You will always find what you search for desperately with all your heart, right? Next question. Can I easily see what you seek if I hang around you for 10 minutes? If I hang around you for 10 minutes, I can tell your energy and vibration, and I can tell what is most important to you, right? If you have the opportunity of meeting Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk for 10 minutes, what question will you ask them, right? A lot of you have no questions. So the question is, what are you seeking for with your life? If I hang around you for 10 minutes and I can't feel your vibration, I don't know what you're searching for. I don't know the question you're asking from life, because the answer is in the question. The quality of questions you ask life is going to determine the quality of answers life give back to you. So what are you seeking? If I can't find what you seek in 10 minutes, there is no way I can help you. So sometimes I ask people, what can I do for you? Say, give me a job. There is nothing called any job, because your demand is not intentional. Next one, do you have a shopping list? And how much do you meditate on your shopping list, right? So I'm seeking for someone to invest. Do you have names written down? Do you meditate on the names? Do you see yourself go for a meeting? Once you write out the names, the laws of coincidence will happen. I wrote out names on my slide last year. I put a slide up as I slept. I woke up to see them. Within 2 weeks, almost all the names I put up there, they came into my life, because it's the law of magnetization, the laws of attraction, that whatever you seek will find its way into your life once you heighten your anticipation, right? So do you have a shopping list of what you seek, right? Or the people you seek? How much do you meditate on it? Last question, what does your mind tells you, and where does it lead you to? I'll tell you how this works. You need to learn to calm down your mind, right? Because something I do when I'm searching for something very, very difficult, right? And I've done research, I can't find it. You know what I do? Before I sleep, I speak to my mind. I have a name for my unconscious mind. The name is Mestro, right? So I say, Mestro, I want to go to bed right now. I know you know me more than everyone. You know everything about me since I was born, right? I need you to find answers for me as I go to bed. Sometimes I my dream. Sometimes when I'm doing my power work in the morning, sometimes I just turn the TV on YouTube. Check on YouTube, and the answers come. That's how it works. Whatever you're seeking for, activate your mind, speak to your mind about it, and be grateful that life will bring it to you, right? And in that gratitude state, begin to search for it, right? It will usually come at the time you don't expect. It might just be someone who makes a comment, or someone who comes into your life, or a magazine. I never take anything for granted. I learn from everyone, right? So you need to learn how to activate your mind, because your mind knows you, and your mind is actually a lamp. It can lead you to where answers are. The question is where it leads you to. It strikes your mind. You by yourself, you delete it. Say, no, how can this person help me? No, go and meet the person. It may not help you directly. It may be a link to the next level you want to go. All you need to do is announce what you seek to your unconscious mind repeatedly, and it will bring you answers. The question is, can you recognize these guys' answers, right? The quality of your pursuit will determine what you find. And if you are in the act of seeking for the back end of things, you will figure out what works consistently and succeed faster. I talked about back end yesterday. You can go and listen to my video of yesterday. There is the back end. That is where the really is. That is where the way is. That is where things happen. Everything you see in the front end is the overt. The covert is where the real secrets are. So whatever you see working outwardly, go to the back end of things. You will see the real gist and you will find answers. Trust me, this year is an amazing year. I believe all my heart that you have all it takes to exceed your goal, to change your life and have tangible results. This template has been proven consistently in different continents of the world, and it works all the time. And please, by the way, what are you doing the last 3 days of this month? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this month. I'm going to be in class with another group of people. We did it the first 3 days of this year. We're going to go again into class to transform people's lives, transform their energy, help them see the patterns that have sabotaged them in the last 10 years, then help them create new patterns. But they will also be able to recruit the right people into their life who have the network that can give them everything they desire. There's always a secret to everything you see work in life. And that's all we're going to be sharing in that class. It's called Goal Scoring 3.0. You don't want to miss it. So if you go to www.iampraisefulware.com/ you will find how to opt in into that class. It's about 80,000, but trust me, if you have to pay 80,000 to do 300% above what you did last year, I think it's worth it. And that's exactly what is going to happen to you. Everything will change. Opportunities will show up. You'll be able to spot it, and you will change your life forever. Your child will smile at you. Imagine yourself going on the trip of your choice. Imagine yourself being able to afford everything you want to afford. Trust me, you can change your life within the next 12 months, but we will create for you a 10-year plan, and you will announce what kind of year or what kind of life you want to live. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow, and I will wrap up threesome with a final key that you need to master. Thank you, everyone who has joined from whatever platform, on YouTube, people on Facebook, people on Instagram. I really, really appreciate, and I want to say thank you very much. 1 p.m. is the time. We meet again tomorrow, and have a fantastic weekend. Oh, by the way, tomorrow is Saturday, okay? But I mean, we'll meet, okay? I wanted to do this before Monday to Friday, but we'll do tomorrow,